Last month, new legislation was presented at the state capitol in Atlanta that would bring legal sports betting to Georgia. Now, it's already passed the state Senate and now prepares to move through the House.
Meanwhile, other states like Tennessee are providing a framework for what it might look like here. Connor Hines walks us through how you too could take a gamble for yourself if legal sports betting comes to the Peach State.
This might just be the Georgia-Tennessee state line, but to many sports fans, it's more than that. Because currently here in Georgia, any kind of sports betting is illegal. But as soon as I step into Tennessee, I can take out my phone, open up any kind of mobile sportsbook app, and place a bet. So for this, let's put $10 down on the Atlanta Braves to win the 2024 World Series.
Since the Supreme Court lifted the ban on sports betting in 2018, 39 states have legalized it. Now, Georgia could be the 40th. And how soon? Well, I went to Atlanta to find out for myself. Jen Ryan represents the Sports Betting Alliance at the state capitol.
We think we have a strong piece of legislation that is not introducing any new streams of gambling. What it's doing is safeguarding it, putting in rules, regs, ensuring that no one under 21 can do it, and capturing revenue.
That's right. Under this year's proposal, the SBA estimates more than $140 million in tax revenue annually allocated for Georgia pre-K education. It's revenue Georgia's currently missing out on when bettors like Ethan Foshee leave the state to strike it rich.
I mean, obviously in Georgia, I can't make a lot of outcome bets. So I make as many of those as I can as soon as I leave the state. Well, luckily you got Chattanooga right there. So go have a nice dinner or something, have a good time. And then also toss in a couple of sports bets.
So how would all this work after all? Full legalization would allow you to bet on everything from outcome-based bets like the World Series winner to prop bets like taking the over or under on a player's stats. A parlay strings multiple bets together for even bigger payouts. And yes, only online sports betting would be legal in Georgia, but
if there is a easy, safe, legal option where, hopefully the revenue is going to the right place like it would be here, the data shows consumers will make the switch.
And when it comes to making the switch, there are options. The Georgia Lottery would oversee licenses for sportsbooks like FanDuel, DraftKings, and Hard Rock, as well as for pro teams to set up their own platforms. Why so many choices?
I love to surf the deals on the internet on just about every purchase I make, so I treat sports betting the exact same way. The people that I know the most, they go to the ones that look the most legitimate, and they give them the best odds.
For Ethan, legal betting makes sense because he already uses daily fantasy apps like Prize Picks, which are legal in Georgia.
It drives me a little crazy, honestly. Daily fantasy sports is technically considered a skill. FanDuel is considered more gambling because you're betting on the outcomes of games.
When it comes to sports, the Peach State is the place to be. But will the same be true when it comes to sports betting?
We think that this is a win-win for everyone. No pun intended.
Connor Hines, 13 WMAZ Sports.
Now, if sports betting is legalized in Georgia, it will look very similar to Tennessee, as Connor just laid out. If you're taking a trip to Florida and want to place a bet, you can, but the rules are a bit different.
Online betting in the Sunshine State is only available on the Hard Rock Bet platform. That's because it's operated by the Seminole Tribe. For much more on sports betting, you can find this story on 13WMAZ.com.
The state Senate's version of the bill includes a provision for a constitutional amendment. If the House passes it, Georgia voters could decide to bring online sports betting to the Peach State in November. One reason sports betting has failed to pass over the years: addiction.
Lawmakers argued gambling is immoral and tempts people into betting money they don't have.